And we're back.
Indeed we are, my sister human.
And I think there's only one option left to do on their route.
Yeah. And we're gonna win. They're gonna be our best buddies forever, because we're gonna remember who we are.
Yes. Blah, blah, blah. Approach the house.
Yeah, because it saves time.
Yes. Approach the door.
Yeah. Jigga, 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 wigga, 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 wigga. Jigga, jigga, jigga.
Remember who you are.
Yeah,
man. Lion King. Something. Oh, fucking.
There's one thing you've been doing wrong, making this all about escape. You've been so preoccupied with not getting sliced to pieces with knives and everything that you've lost track of what's truly important. The word that echoes in your heart when you rise at dusk and pulses through your bloodstream during the rest of your waking hours until it's time to go to sleep. The word that's kicked off every single narrative you've started thus far.
So it's not about actually remembering anything, it's just...
It's about playing with them and being their friend.
about going into friendship mode.
Friendship.
And it's not even in the narrative box, it's like in the intro thing.
Yeah. You'll do things...
Come to think of it, main character was just like, fuck friendship at the beginning of this, so...
Yeah. You'll do things differently this time. You're going to bring yourself to truly care about these creepy clown children, goddammit, even if it's the last thing you do. And with the way things are going, it very well could be. Their MO is oddly benign this time, a tickling machine. Unfortunately, it's a little difficult for you to talk to them through all the laughter. What are those noises they're making?
I think they're trying to tell us something.
Miraculously, the tickling stops. You wheeze trying to catch your breath, hoping to God you haven't peed. You managed not to wet yourself out of fear until now. It'd just be worse to have broken your streak due to laughing too hard. Wait,
a tickling machine isn't deadly. I mean, I guess it's potentially deadly, but... Is Doc Scratch... I'm assuming Doc Scratch was fucking with the different ways that you were getting tortured. But was he, like, waiting for you to actually go into friendship mode before having a non-deadly route?
I don't know. I think you're just looking for Doc Scratch connections where there are none. Ugh. What is it about clowns and you divesting your body of waste? After assuring yourself that your underwear is blessedly dry, you ask, if they kill you, won't they just be alone again? How has that been beneficial for anyone? They'll be bored and you'll be, dead, which you would really rather not be. Their creeping, saccharine smiles transform into matching expressions of confusion. Barzum puts a finger to her chin, cocking her head to one side as if deep in thought. Almost like a puppy. Under any other circumstance, you might even consider it cute.
Which one was Barzum?
The girl. The purple one.
Wait, okay, so
So
officially one is a boy and the other is a girl, right?
Yes.
Okay. We're trying to make sure I remember. For a second there I was like, oh, okay, so they're both girls, but then I forgot that the yellow one is definitely a... The yellow one's a boy.
Yeah.
Okay. 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 What are you talking about?
We don't want to kill you.
Maybe just cut you a little.
You'll heal right back up again.
Don't be such a wiggler.
Some of the things they've tried to inflict on you would have definitely taken more than your regular human healing functions to recover from. But wait, you think back to Rimley taking a whole-ass club in her side and acting like it was no big. She just said something about higher blood colors being able to take more of a beating, too. Are the twins assuming that's the case for everyone? God, this is what happens when all the adults in society go off-planet and leave a bunch of zoo animals to bring up their kids. Or, well, trolls also solve most of their problems by killing each other. You can't discount that either, you suppose. You take a closer look at the twins. There isn't any malice in any of their faces. The only emotion you can discern is idle curiosity. You decide to take that as encouragement. You explain that no, you won't heal up from being sliced open, or from an on-fire scuttlebuggy being flung at your head. Because you're a human, and humans heal differently from trolls. Well, differently from high-blood trolls, at least. You even use your best babysitter voice for good measure. You feel like you're giving a stern talking to about the importance of taking care of one's toys so that they don't break. Instead, you propose, why don't you be friends? You can all play together instead of you being the subject of their torment. They'll be able to play with you for longer that way, too. They give you a strange look.
Friends?
What's that? Do people not agree to be their playmates very often?
No.
Usually everyone runs in the other direction.
So we have to catch them.
Or trick them. That explains a lot. You think you're beginning to understand. If they let you down, you can try and show them what you have in mind. They do. They actually free you. They turn all the lights on in the room, too, so you can finally see everything in it.
Huh. There's a popcorn machine!
Yeah. Well, that sure is a lot of stuff to see and know all about.
I'm just looking around a bit.
Yeah.
Anywho.
It's bigger than you expected, and set up like a circus tent. A wire is suspended along the ceiling, a person-sized target board rotates at a dizzying speed against the back wall. Juggling gloves, knives, scarves, and other props are piled across the floor. You recognize a few of the mechanisms they had inflicted on you before. It's pure chaos. So, what else do they do with all this stuff? They're still staring at you as if they aren't quite sure how to deal with you engaging with them voluntarily. You're feeling pretty tentative yourself.
Wait a minute. This isn't even a circus room. It's the music is. But anyway, they just drew circus stuff on the walls, and they have a few props and.
Yeah.
Huh.
Nice timing with the music in your revelation, though.
So it's like it's a playroom.
Yeah.
Weird.
Are they even clowns, really?
I mean, they're purple bloods.
But are they?
Probably. Anyway.
This whole interaction seems incredibly precarious. You're afraid that if you make a misstep, you'll end up back in the tickling rack again. It isn't ours. We found it when we got here.
But it does look a lot like what's. But it does look a lot like what's in our hive.
We can do shows.
And stunts. All kinds of cool stuff.
Fuck, even when they aren't threatening you, the way they talk in chorus like that freaks you out a little bit. In perfect unison, they're like one voice instead of two. You shake off your fears and suggest that they show you a little something. They seem to like that idea. Excitedly, they scurry over to the target board. One twin stands against it, while the other picks up a handful of throwing knives.
Well, I got excited. The purple one is happy now, but the yellow one is sad?
Oh.
Man, I cannot keep their names straight.
You're anxious. You don't
Wait,
even...
what are they doing? A handful of throwing knives. Target board.
One of them's gonna throw knives at the other one, while the other one spins.
Yeah.
You're anxious. You don't exactly want them to rough up each other instead of you, but Barzum throws the knives in a graceful arc. They surround Baisley perfectly, barely missing him. You gasp, your mouth a perfect O. The twins seem pleased with themselves, laughing together like they're sharing a secret.
I just realized, freaking whichever, the purple one has lipstick and the yellow one doesn't.
Okay.
Man, I wonder if everybody else already knew that.
I don't know.
If everybody else already realized what they're, I don't know,
but I have a minor gripe with their design.
Huh?
It's like, okay, they're masks.
Uh-huh.
Like, the whole thing is they kind of mirror each other.
Yeah.
But, like, their masks have the weird jagged line down the middle, so it's like a part of my brain says that they should, like, connect together like a puzzle piece. Or like one of those little heart necklaces, you know?
Yeah.
But they wouldn't. The way they're designed, they have...
I feel like they're supposed to.
Yeah, but if they were, they thought to, like, invert the spike directions on one of them when they were designing them.
Like, no, I mean, like, on the troll car, fucking, I feel like that was a thing. I don't know.
If you think that's impressive...
Watch this!
Ooh.
They execute a slick flip on a pair of trapezes above a bed of swords. Make a daring escape from one of the contraptions they'd trapped you in. They move similarly to or how they speak, perfectly in tandem with each other.
So they said that, it was like that when they got here, and it was just like their hive?
Yeah.
So they don't actually live here. Are they trapped here?
I think that was already established in one of the other routes when they couldn't follow you out of the house.
Right,
Because they are dead and don't realize it.
don't think they're... Well, they might be dead.
I think
don't
they're
know.
dead, and this is their old-ass hive, and they just don't realize it.
Huh.
I think they've been dead for a long-ass time.
Hmm.
With the variety of obsessions you've seen among your friends, it figures that it was only a matter of time until you met someone who made a hobby of risking their lives. It's not too out there compared to the cage fighting, you suppose, or collecting saucy East Alternian figures.
It's the yellow ones. That's you.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, but
Wait a minute.
they swapped.
Wait a minute.
I think they swapped.
I'm not... Did they?
Like, I don't know, because a minute ago you were pointing out that the girl had lipstick or whatever.
Yeah, but now that I'm looking at them, they both have lipstick.
So
One of them just didn't have lipstick on one of their sprites?
maybe.
I'm so fucking confused.
Like, hold on, just back the text up a few steps.
Yeah, duh.
Like,
Yeah.
okay,
The
so
purple one is Barzum.
okay, all right. You could have just escaped.
From the trap we put you in earlier, you know?
Why didn't you? You laugh nervously. You haven't exactly had much practice, and maybe it would have been easier if you had someone else to help. You look at the two of them pointedly. You didn't even realize siblings were a thing among trolls, let alone twins.
Siblings?
What's that? You know, someone you share a Lucius with? Someone you hatched with at the same clutch? Are you phrasing that right?
We do share a Lucius.
We share everything!
We didn't just hatch from the same clutch.
We hatched from the same egg!
We were going to be a single troll, but
We split in two!
just our bodies, though. Our minds are still one.
One person, two bodies!
Weird.
We're one and the same! Okay, maybe siblings aren't a thing on Alternia after all. Being literally the same person is quite a bit different from the human concept of twins or siblings. Somehow this leads to them telling you all about a number of exploits they've had with some of the other kids in their neighborhood. One story led to another, and soon you were recounting some of your own adventures too. They particularly love your attempts at giving an impression of Nikki clapping and crowing as you get into a dramatic power stance and flex your flimsy muscles. You can't help but feel a little proud of yourself. You feel like the guy in Jurassic Park who walked into the Velociraptor den all, "Be chill, my dudes," and they actually listened to him.
But MC mentioned their flimsy muscles, which means they didn't do the bad route. Why am I still trying to make sense of this stupid narrative?
Yeah, MC knows all the routes.
Well, anyway.
Besides, there's something great about making kids laugh, even kids who were trying to murder you less than an hour ago. The twins are in the middle of talking about a prank they'd played and that they found hilarious, and that you'd been trying hard not to grimace in horror at, when you feel it, a certain change in the air. Didn't they mention they had been stuck here?
Did we?
Yes, we have.
When we tried to go out the door.
Some sort of force pushes us back.
You're the first other person we've seen.
Since we got here.
Didn't you say...
You said there were other people you've cut open. I mean, I guess you didn't specify here, but...
Well, yeah.
You have a hunch that that might have changed. Why don't you all try again? They look at you skeptically.
Huh. If you want.
It's not gonna be any different, though. You just tell them to trust you. You look at the front door. The twins are crowding you from the other side, from either side, clinging onto your arms and edging so close it's like they're trying to burrow into you. Ready? They nod. You push against the door. It opens, and you breathe in the cool evening air.
Not so fast.
We've gotten this far before.
But we won't be able to go any farther.
You'll see. You take one step, then another. As you look beyond the grounds of the house, you see things you hadn't when you first got here. Mountains in the distance, other houses. Before, all you could see was shrubbery. You pick up the pace. The house falls away behind you, disappearing into the fog.
Whoa!
You did it!
You actually did it!
We can finally leave! They swoop in to grab you, hugging you hard. The curving horns of their masks almost stab you in the cheek. These things are a bit of a hazard when their wearers only come up to about where your chest is. Hey, you're taller than them. Hooray!
Huh.
They keep talking before you can get a word in, pulling you forward and shuffling you along between them. It looks like you were right. It wasn't just enough to save yourself, you had to save them too. You don't know how, but the key to making this little patch of the universe obey the rules of reality once more was friendship all along.
Whoa, hi. What?
You should have seen your face.
You were shit your game too terrified.
You heave a sigh as their incessant giggling surrounds you like so many playful ghosts. Yes, you say, very clever. They were the ones behind all this nonsense, weren't they? You started guessing somewhere toward the end. You wiggle your hands vaguely all the time stuff. They were scared. They sure scared you, alright.
No.
That wasn't us. We were talking about the...
Bloody walls and creepy sounds.
None of that was real. That was us. That was all us. That was all.
Chuckle voodoos. Oh, hey, cool.
We're the best at chuckle voodoos.
We got you so good.
They both bounced beside you excitedly. You blink down at them. You have no idea what the heck chuckle voodoos are, but you can only guess that it's some sort of illusionary thing, so they didn't have anything to do with time messing up, folding in on itself. No?
We told you.
We've been trying to get out of that stupid house.
For wipes?
For wipes.
Is wipes, like, maybe it's like more than sweeps.
Maybe even a perigee. Did you really think?
That was our hive?
Our places.
So much cooler than that dump.
Visit their actual hive? You have your reservations about that, but you can't find it within you to say no as they eagerly pull you along, one twin tugging your arm, the other looping an arm around yours, an arm in yours. You look back at the house one last time. You have no clue whether the twins are lying or if they're telling the truth. What really caused what happened here, but right now, you're content enough just knowing you'll never see this place ever again. Stop it.
And you... No, I don't want...
I don't like how their sprites were still over the thing.
Yeah,
and they didn't have a proper
creepy.
victory thing.
What the fuck?
I don't like any of this. I keep expecting a jump scare, you know?
I'm gonna hit no real quick, and then we're gonna skip ahead and hit yes.
Okay.
Okay, so that's just the same one.
Good.
It's fucking weird.
Yep. This game ended on such a weird note.
It really did. What the fuck, man?
Yeah.
It's gonna be the same shit as before.
Probably. Of course you do. Your sort of creature always does.
Why'd you go back to the robot voice?
Because I like that voice more. I don't know.
You live probably in definitely a choice you had to after all this time. After all this time, here you still are. So after a day of recuperation from ragers and houses of horror, Right. Yeah, this seems like it's the same.
Yeah. Boom, 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 boom,
Fucking
boom, boom,
piece of
boom.
shit.
Bum, bum, bum. From the dead they can do.
Homestuckers. Well,
Just to see. I'm gonna load the epilogue.
okay.
Just see if it's still the same friggin' thing. If it is, then
Yeah.
yeah. Why was that? Why was that?
Why would you even put that there? Like, I mean, okay.
It's a spoiler.
Yeah. It's just like, that should only open up after we've beaten all the other things.
Yeah. Of course you do. There's a creature that blah 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 blah. So you demand answers. Size theatrically. Yeah, so it's the same. Blah blah blah. Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah. Well.
Wait a minute. Let me just look at. Because if you go here and then you say no, it does give you a bad end, right?
It gives you the game over.
Yeah. Wait, so it literally.
What are your friends?
So.
Friends.
So staying on Alternia is like a doomed timeline sort of deal.
So, like.
Hello, Zep.
So it just, we don't have any of these ones, huh? I mean, to be fair, like, these weren't here before today, so.
Yeah.
That's kind of annoying.
Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3. How come some of these have, Chixie has 2, and Marvis has 2.
Yeah.
But most of the other ones only have like 1. And he has 2. That's weird.
Befriend Marvis. Have no self-respect.
Oh. That's when you sniff his fucking armpit. Befriend Chixie. Befriend Chixie? So that's, you get the good end, you get the question mark good end? Anyway.
Well, that's over.
This ending is sad. I don't like it.
Yeah. Like, would it have been better or worse if we had actually finished on the epilogue?
Like, you mean if it,
Like, if we had done the epilogue last of all.
I feel like it would have been better because, like, that should have been, like, unlocked after we played both of those routes.
Yeah.
That's how it should have been due.
Yeah. Or at the very least, like, they could have not thrown Dr. Scratch and Sniff on the on the
Yeah.
select thing.
Yeah. Man. This whole thing has been weird.
It has.
And those last 2 routes were like kind of totally different feel from the rest of them.
Yeah, kinda.
And the clown's route was vastly superior to the stupid vampire guy's route.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry, I was. Again, I don't understand the vampire guy's characterization. Am I supposed to take the good version of that as an honest bit, or was he just? And why was the party actually totally different? Like, is that Dr. Scratch doing a thing somewhere behind the scenes, or what? What is that even?
I don't even. I don't.
This feels like one of those things that's a question that will never get answered.
Wait a minute. I had a theory that Friendsim ended with Damek just kind of launching you out into space.
Yeah.
Not only do you never go back home, but if you get the good end, quote unquote, then you never see your friends again and you're trapped in a room until you read all of Homestuck. And even then, I mean, there's like a scene where MC like pulls a gun on themselves. So do they even survive that? Do they even get to the end of Homestuck?
Is that the last time you ever see them?
That's like the first time you ever see them.
Oh.
I think? No, wait. There's probably a time before that. I don't remember. I'm not gonna read through all of Homestuck all over again to fucking find out.
And I don't know if I ever will or not. Because I don't care. But I kind of do, just because I've had all this time playing this game with you, but...
I don't like that ending. I'm refusing it. It didn't happen.
Didn't happen?
I'm gonna go play Friendsims. I saw Bannon made a Friendsim. I saw it on Twitter, because I made the mistake of going on Twitter, even though I was gonna be, like, avoiding it. But we didn't play this for, like, 2 days or whatever, and I have no patience.
Yeah.
And I was just clicking on somebody who followed me and they reblogged it. And I'm like, oh, see? This is stuff that I miss whenever I can't go on Twitter because people don't tag their freaking spoilers. God. Anyway, I'm gonna go play that. I'm not gonna do a let's play of it.
I'm gonna go to bed.
Should we do let's plays of Fansims? No, we shouldn't, because I am sick of... okay, I'm not sick of let's playing. In general. Like, I'm down for it or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm sick of struggling to try to do it when the stuff is released. You
Yeah.
know? Because our lives are not...
We are not currently in a place or setting that is conducive to
being organized in any manner.
Yeah.
Which is why every time... I have posted several times about, okay, I'm gonna get on a schedule. Which is then preceded immediately by me slowly losing my mind.
Yeah.
And that's why. Because our lives just, right now, don't... We can't. We won't be able to until we move.
Yeah.
Which will hopefully happen soon.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm rambling and going into the territory of talking about real life, which I don't like to do on the internet. So, goodbye.
Hey, good night.
Good night. It's like 2:10 in the morning right now.
This row went stupidly long. We've been playing since 10 o'clock.
Yeah. Oh, man. It's freaking... Goodbye!
Good.